Michael Jackson for me was more than just a pop, the king of pop or pop icon. I grew up with him. I grew up listening to his music. I mean, he was my childhood idol, and I think he was really every black kid's childhood idol because there was no one bigger than him in the 70s.
Right.
You know, and once he came out with Thriller, you know, and Bad, and he just went to another level. But I've always been there. You know, he's always been there for me. I've always been there for him, and you know, he's still to me the greatest entertainer of all time, hands down. You know, I'm not saying he's the best singer or best songwriter or whatever, but just to round it out, entertaining, dancing, the whole package.
Right.
Nobody will ever beat that dude. Like he was just.
And what was that like? I mean, I was in LA, but what was that whole party like? I mean.
Well, it's the second one. We did.
Okay.
The first one was last year. This was the second annual this year. It was magical. Last year it rained a little bit, and there was a lot of mysticism going on because the sun popped out of nowhere, you know. And Spike asked me on the impromptu if I had "Here Comes the Sun" by the Beatles, and I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Throw it on now." And it's like while I was playing it, you saw the clouds.
Ooh.
You know. Then another incident that happened last year was I played "Butterflies" by Mike.
Yeah.
And people reported to me later that they actually saw dragonflies flying, you know, above their heads. And I was like, "Are you serious?" And they were like, "No, we're dead serious." Like you know, people actually witnessed that. And I think there may have been some butterflies too.
I feel that. I feel like, you know, the weather and like Earth, there's things going on.
Well, not only that, but it's Michael. You know,
right.
Michael made that happen too.
Right.
You know, we were celebrating his life.
For real.
His music. So I think he was smiling.
And what better place was, you know, Brooklyn.
Exactly. So going back to this year, Snoop Dogg turns up.
Get the hell out of here.
He jumps on stage.
Oh, man.
Shocks the crowd. And
wow.
He comes out to Butterflies and does Gin and Juice over Butterflies.
Oh, man.
I had Butterflies looped up, just the intro. That's what he wanted to rock to, and he does Gin and Juice over that. And then I threw in Jibba Jibba Doom, Da-Doom, 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 Snoop.
Yeah.
Lost it. People lost it.
Wow.
It was crazy.
And Spike's right there, just chilling.
Spike was on the mic. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. He was feeling it. Like,
that's too much, man. That's great.
It really was amazing. Nobody knew he was coming.
Wow.
And we had about 50,000 people out there this year. It was sweltering hot. I was playing.
Yeah, this year it was. I kept hearing my whole family back here going, it's hot."
Yeah, it was crazy, man.
Right.
It was really hot. I mean, I was using Serato, and thank God I was using Serato.
Because it overheats.
Well, the records were melting.
No.
They were warping.
Oh yeah, because they kind of They
had to keep moving me back away from the sun, trying to get me more under the shade. You know, and I almost threw on an original Michael Jackson 12-inch. I have a white label promo of Lovely Ones, and I threw that shit on, and the sun started warping it immediately, and it took it off.
Yeah.
I took it off in time. You know, it wasn't permanent.
Wow.
But you saw the record, like it was.
It hits the vinyl like that quick.
It was like smooth, and then you just saw this, and I was like, oh.
You see the needle doing like the wave.
Nah, man,
oh man.
So I melted. I warped a couple of Serato records. Unfortunately, 2 of them are my J Dilla donuts. Serato.
Because Serato comes out with a couple of different like special.
Yes. But luckily, I bought 3 of them.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
Yeah. I'm sure someone at Stone's Throw could probably hook you up.
Yeah,
you know, like.
I needed to,
yeah.